Hi, I'm Hannah, and I'll be talking about Anne Frank. Anne Frank, the Diary of a Young Girl. Anne Frank was a 13-year-old Jew during Hitler's Germany. She started writing in her diary in 1942. Anne Frank wrote in her diary, "I hope I shall be able to confide in you completely, as I have never been able to do in anyone before, and that you will be a great support and comfort to me." Anne Frank wanted to write and be able to talk and say things she never could out loud. She was lonely and needed someone to express her feelings to. As a diary, this book is a wonderful opportunity to see the insight of what this 13-year-old girl went through. It is her experiences and her feelings, and I feel that people need to read what she wrote to truly understand what the Jews went through during this time. This book is about Anne Frank, a Jewish girl who has to go into hiding during World War II to escape from the Nazis. Together, her family and 4 others hide in the secret annex at Prisongracht 263 in Amsterdam. From 8 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon, they couldn't make any noise or do anything. Only on Saturday and Sunday were they allowed to make noise and talk and do things all day. So the entrance to the secret annex was behind this bookcase, which was in an office building. So when you opened the bookcase, it would reveal stairs that would lead up to the secret annex. During their time in hiding, they went through many trials. In the house, there was Anne's family, which had 4 people, the Van Dams, which was another family and had 3, and Mr. Dussel, who was a dentist. Most nights they couldn't sleep because of the gunshots and bombs. They were low on food most of the time. They never once, through the 3 years of living there, leave their secret annex. To pass the time during the day, they read books and did history and math. They could only go to the bathroom in a tin bucket with a blanket under it because it was the quietest way. And a thief came 2 times trying to steal the safe, and they never got caught. So the layout of the secret annex was the street level floor was where people would come in. The first floor was the main office and the kitchen. The second floor was the first floor of the secret annex, where the Franks and Mr. Dussel slept. The third is the Van Dam or the Van Pels slept, and the attic was mainly used for storage. And then that's the front view of the office building. So these are the people that were in the secret annex. So Edith Frank was Anne's mother, Anne Frank, Otto Frank, which was her father, and Margaret Frank was her sister. Alfred Dussel, Herman van Dan, Bertolona van Dan, and Peter van Dan were the other family. This book was a really good and important one. It made me understand more clearly what happened during that time. So many people were taken away and killed because of what they believed. I can't even imagine living like Anne did. With so little food for 8 people, not being able to make any noise most of the day, we have so much and can do anything all day, and she couldn't for almost 3 years. This made me learn how much we have and what we can do compared to the Jews back then, and I'm grateful for this life. Anne's diary inspired others after the war. It's been about 75 years since the book was published, and in that time, she's inspired millions of people, from children to the elderly. After more than 2 years in hiding, they were discovered and deported to concentration camps. After a few years, she died of typhus fever. So a couple more thoughts. Although it is difficult to read about Anne's trials, it is important that we study hard things in our history so that we can try not to repeat them. And Anne wasn't writing in her diary so that millions of people would read it. She wrote in it because she wanted to record her thoughts and things that happened. This is something we can do too. We can record our own histories by writing in our own diary. We don't know what the future holds, how history will change, and who could read from them someday. The end.